You may not be failing because you're weak. You may be failing because a part of you is trying too hard to protect itself. A silent force inside your mind. That needs to be right. Needs to be admired. Needs to feel superior. Even when it's destroying you. It's the voice that would rather protect your image than risk your growth. Your ego doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. And if you never learn how it works, it can quietly steal the person you were meant to become. Ego is often misunderstood. Most people think ego means arrogance, pride, narcissism. But ego is deeper than that. It is your psychological identity. The mental story you built about who you are. Your status. Your intelligence. Your importance. Your pain. It is the version of you your brain is trying to protect. And sometimes, that protection becomes self-destruction. Your brain is designed for survival. And survival is not just physical. It is psychological too. Your mind protects your self-image because uncertainty feels dangerous. This is why criticism feels painful. Failure feels humiliating. And being wrong feels unbearable. Not because these things destroy you, but because they threaten the identity you created. So instead of growing, you defend. You make excuses. You avoid risk. You blame circumstances. You stay comfortable. Because ego would rather protect your current identity than let you become someone greater. This is where potential begins to die. Because growth requires something ego fears deeply. Admitting you are not yet who you could be. But your ego is not evil. It was built to protect you. Like armor. And armor is useful when you are under attack. But many people wear armor every day. Even when no one is attacking them. They wear it in conversations. In relationships. In ambition. In creativity. And slowly, protection becomes prison. You stop asking questions because you fear looking foolish. You stop trying because failure feels personal. You stop learning because correction feels like humiliation. Your brain is using an old survival pattern. A protective system. That may now be limiting your future. Imagine your mind as a castle. Your ego is the gatekeeper. Its job is to protect your identity. Praise enters easily. Validation feels safe. But criticism? Rejection? Uncertainty? Threat detected. So the gate closes. Your brain reacts defensively. Not always because you are in danger, but because your identity feels challenged. And when identity becomes rigid, growth stops. Because potential requires adaptation. The strongest people are not the ones who defend themselves endlessly. They are the ones who can update themselves. They can release old versions. They can outgrow old beliefs. They can face uncomfortable truths without collapsing. So how do you stop ego from controlling your life? First, notice defensiveness. When you feel the urge to prove yourself, pause. Ask yourself, am I protecting truth or protecting my image? This single question changes everything. Because awareness weakens automatic behavior. Second, choose curiosity over validation. Ego wants to look powerful. Growth wants to become powerful. There is a difference. When you stop asking, how do I appear? And start asking, what can I learn? You open the door to transformation. Third, practice humility. Not fake humility. Real humility. The ability to say, I was wrong. I don't know. I need to improve. This does not make you weak. It makes you adaptable. And adaptable people grow faster than defensive people. Fourth, detach your worth from performance. Failure is an event, not an identity. Making mistakes does not reduce your value. It reveals your next lesson. When failure becomes feedback, growth becomes inevitable. Finally, build a purpose bigger than your image. Ego is obsessed with being seen. Potential is obsessed with becoming. When your life revolves around protecting how you look, you stay small. But when your focus becomes truth, mastery, purpose, your ego begins to loosen, and your real self begins to expand. This is the battle. Ego asks, how do I protect who I am? Potential asks, who could I become? One protects the familiar. The other demands evolution. Ego is armor. Potential is expansion. Armor can protect you, but heavy armor can also drown you. To grow, you must learn when to set it down. Not every challenge is an attack. Not every criticism is destruction. Not every failure is death. Sometimes, they are invitations. Invitations to become wiser, stronger, more honest. Your next level will require the death of your old identity. Not your destruction, your transformation. Your ego will beg for safety. It will tell you to stay admired, stay comfortable, stay unchanged. But comfort has destroyed more potential than failure ever could. So notice the mask. Notice the armor. Notice the part of you that would rather appear strong than become strong. And then, choose differently. Because your potential does not die when you fail. It dies when your ego convinces you never to grow.